Good morning. It is the first, all of a Sunday morning. I have made some videos that had some technical snafus for you guys. So we're going to return to those stones and those energies later. I'm going to start over and do something sweet and basic for this day. First day of November. December. Like basically almost the end of the year. So let's do a little retrospective. Yeah. Mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul. To me, the solstice is the turning of the year, when the sun goes from waning to waxing. In any case, that's, 21 days away. And this is our first glance. It's the first glance at all of the retrospection that happens around this cycle. So what we have in mind is the High Priestess. Oh my, yes. So the High Priestess is our intuitive, it's like first stop on the intuitive journey, and also one of the first and primary tools of the intuitive life and of the witchcraft path. Spiritual path of any kind, really, especially the craft, obviously, because this is all about your extra senses and your subtle senses, and this is the queen of the subtle senses. She reads the Torah in the traditional, because what has she got here? Yep, the Torah. Because we're talking about the Word of God, we're talking about she's almost like the opposite of the Hierophant who guards the sacred information and doles it out. She's available to everyone. If you step beyond the veil, there she is, the part of yourself who is a psychic, is there with all the clairvoyance and sentience and all the things that are the ways that we interpret messages from spirit. And they're available to everyone. So this is kind of what we've been stepping into in 2019. As well as this, the 10 of Cups. This is some kind of emotional resolution. The 10 of Cups is, it's a happy card. This is the one, I think, with all like the rainbows and sort of definitely a family feeling in both. So this is emotional turning over of a page in a way that feels fulfilled and full and rich and kind of a fulfillment of desire, emotional desire, intuitive desire. Well, that's lovely and happy. I hope that has been true for everyone. I think that is true for me on a level levels, as difficult as 2019 has been. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, which I don't actually recognize this image. I don't remember if it's the lady in the garden or it's let's get a visual jog. Oh, yeah, no, this is this one. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, which is just signaling the part in this cycle of working on our resources and building our homes and building the foundation for our homes, which is our career and our work and our passion. It's like all of this physical see, touch, hear stuff goes in cycles just like a garden does, where you reap and then you pull the weeds and then you water it, and then there's a period when you have to mostly just allow it to grow, feed it emotionally and let it grow. And this is sort of right before the harvest, as you're waiting for the time to harvest. So there's a rest here, but it's also just sort of like the period before the harvest, where some patience comes in. In this case, she looks like she is already harvested, and she doesn't even look too happy about it. I'm not quite sure why they depicted it in this way. Maybe because she hasn't opened her bags yet. I don't know. But yeah, if you can envision the original, it does, in any case, in both cases, show the end part, the final part of the cycle of growing and tending to your work and career and home and health life. Body, Pentacle is also the body. So there's been a lot of tending this year. There's been a lot of energy put into making things grow. And here at this point, right before the end of the year, not quite at the end of the year, I actually can't think of a more appropriate card for this particular almost 1 month before the turning of the year time. You know, a lot of witches celebrate Samhain as the turning of the year. That's one way to do it. We're going to stick with the solstice January thing for this reading. So yeah, very cool. A lot of, I also think, you know, this is a daily reading. So while this is looking back on the year, we're kind of looking back on this year to date, nearing the end, is playing out today on this day. And this is how it is. The psychic senses are more available than ever, and more available than ever on this day. The emotional resolution and sense of emotional completion is also present with us on this day, and growing even more into the end of the year. All of these growing even more into the end of the year, I believe. And then it being sort of appreciating, being in a position to appreciate all of the effort and efforting that has been put into the tending of the garden all year in terms of work and health and home, and for it to be almost reaping time. Sounds ominous. Harvest time, let's say that. Reaping time, that's a different card. So yes, this is what I'm getting for the December 1st. I invite you all to subscribe and get a lot more of this stuff. I'm going to put out crystal videos, and you can always as well email me to book sessions on crystal healing and full tarot sessions from me. So many thanks. Blessed be. This is nice to kind of be prepared forward into Yule, the turning of the year, and see where we are right now. Many thanks, and blessed be again. Okay, bye-bye. See you tomorrow.